In this video I'm just going to talk about what I needed to do to transfer my L&R latch from my old trailer to my new Spitfire aluminium trailer. The basic concepts that I'm going to discuss are applicable to any trailer, aluminium or galvanised. I've done a more complete video when I fitted it to my original trailer, and I'll put a link to that in the video description if you want to see the full process, including fitting the catch onto the boat. This video will just be looking at some of the things that I needed to do to get it onto the aluminium trailer, and just about the catch itself on the trailer, nothing to do with the piece that goes on the boat. It was quite straightforward to put it on my old trailer. Needed a little bit more modification to fit it onto this one. So if fitting an L&R latch is something you're interested in, this video might be helpful. It's a relatively short video, so let's roll that now. I welded this up out of stainless steel that I had to mount the L&R boat latch on the trailer with. It's a bit of an overkill. I think it's 5mm stainless steel. I could have done with probably 3, perhaps 4, but it's what I had. So that's what got used. I've just got to clean it up a bit now and drill some holes in it. And there it is fitted to the trailer. I probably should have polished the stainless steel so it came up nice and shiny, but I've been a bit time poor lately with too many projects on the go, so I decided to skip that step. I'm just having a little bit of trouble finding the lever from this side of the boat. Ah, there it is. As you can see, it works fine and engages the loop as it should. For this installation I had to make the bracket for it. I've already talked about that. And then it's a matter of adjusting everything to make it all work. Obviously I wanted the latch to go through somewhere towards the bottom. Could have gone up a little bit higher, but against that I didn't want to have this too high because the nose of the boat comes out more flat here. I wanted to keep it on the steeper edge so that if the boat gets pressure forward when I brake, it's not going to ride on this, it's going to try and lift the boat, which will be a little bit harder for it to happen. So I thought that was a better option. The bracket here is pretty simple. Oh. One of those bolts is not stainless. Okay, I'm going to have to replace that with something stainless. I'm not happy with that. Okay. That was one of my bolts. I thought it was stainless, but it's not. Anyway, what I was saying is you can adjust the height of this on the post here with these U-bolts. There's some U-bolts here so you can adjust the post backwards and forwards. So what it is a matter of getting the height right for this and for the roller and adjusting it back and forward so it all matches up. All fairly easy. You can fit it quite easily. I just had to make this bracket here to lower this, to lower the L&R latch down a bit. Realistically, I think for this sort of installation you really would need a bracket of some sort to lower it down, because otherwise it's going to come out right up near the top there, which I think would be less than ideal. Plus you've got the problem of finding mounting spots in here, which by the time you've got your bolts for this bracket is going to be a bit difficult. So I used the bolts for this bracket to double up to bolt this bracket on, but they're not really suitable for the L&R latch itself. So yeah, I think to make this work with this trailer you do need some sort of bracket, or at least I think that's the easiest way to do it. This is the old trailer and you can see the geometry of it's quite a bit different. We've still got the U-bolts down here so you can adjust the post backwards and forwards. You've got the U-bolts there, you can adjust this up and down, but This roller is smaller, comes off from an entirely different angle, and this slopes up rather than being flat as it is on a new trailer. So all I needed to do on this one was to drill a couple of holes through this box section on the bottom, and the L&R Boat Latch just went straight on that. Very easy adjustment, very easy fitting. Had it been a box section on the other one, I might have been able to make it work. Probably could have made it work had it been a box section aluminium on the other one, but it's actually a channel, so it did need that bracket. Now I had to have them cut a little bit off the standard drawbar length of this trailer, and I think I asked them to cut between 50 mils and 100 mils. I just can't remember exactly which now, but they cut the lower amount off, and as you can see, just fits into my boat port and able to close the gates on it. And really, from the amount of drawbar there, I can't see that be a huge problem in cutting a bit more off the end of it, but it fits, so that'll do me for now. Until next time, good fishing.